Hi and welcome. My name is Katka Nair and you're watching Synchro Shakti. Today I want to welcome you to the 5th episode of Ask Synchro, where I answer the questions you guys send me with the hashtag Ask Synchro and general questions that I get on the comment section. So everything I say in these videos is personal perception and understanding. If you vibe with it, take it back with you. If you don't, leave it. Alright? The questions I've gotten this time are very deep questions, so this might be slightly long, but I do encourage you guys to sit through. Having said that, let's go into the very first question. First question is, I've been making terrible choices in my life lately, all for personal pleasure and gratification. I have to lie and hide my actions from loved ones. Since I've chosen this path, my life has really taken a turn for the worse. Do you believe the Creator punishes bad behavior, or is my situation just a result of the negative path I've chosen? That's a very good question. To answer it right off the bat, I don't believe the Creator punishes bad behavior. I believe in karma, no doubt. Karma is like an energy imprint. It is when you keep, building negative energies and keep doing negative things, coming from that negative field, you create that imprint that attracts more things of that vibrational state. So if you're already in a state where you're doing things for personal gratification and pleasure, but you have to hide that action from the people around you and you have to lie to them, you're already in a vibrational state that's not in freedom. It's already a fear-based existence, and that itself is a vibrational field that will pull into your awareness and your experience in negative situations. So I think you experiencing negative situations is created by the stuff happening on the inside, all the thoughts, ideas, data, conditioning, memories, all of that is what's pulling it into your awareness, and it's not some man in the sky punishing you. That's my personal belief system. So when you clean on the inside, the outside will clean as well. Question 2. This is a really good question. How to quit pornography? Please, it's destroying young men. Now, any sort of addictive behavior has a whole ocean of things that fuel that behavior. There's a lot of things under the surface that fuels our behavior. A lot of it has to do with, personal issues with yourself, lack of sense of self, or a sense of achievement, or a lack of connection with your true self and your true path and your true commitment to life. It's kind of like, people who don't have a sense of achievement in real life get addicted to like online gaming, get addicted to alcohol, get addicted to a lot of things. And a lot of it comes from a place of lack, comes from a place of pain. In some level, there is a pain that is fueling, a pain body that's fueling the addictive behavior that in turn causes more pain. So pain fuels more pain. So if you want to quit pornography or teach people to quit pornography, start working or walking a path of self-awareness, which is at the core of self-mastery. When you're aware of yourself, you're able to see the stimuli and not respond. Versus the stimuli and this immediate response when we are completely unconscious. When you're living in a self-aware, conscious, when you're living in that lifestyle, the stimulus or the thought or the belief system, whatever will come up, and the response will not be as strong. The response will deteriorate to a point where both the stimulus and the response deteriorates, and you're living in that gap state of consciousness where you're more aligned to your own personal path and your own joy and your own expression, which will take you to places where you're actually living your life in the outside world and not living in the mental patterns of pain and addiction. You know what I mean? So if you want to quit porn, watch yourself, walk a path of self-awareness, walk a path of self-healing. Also be aware of who do you surround yourself with. What kind of guys do you surround with? If this is to a girl, what kind of girls do you surround yourself with? What kind of, do you watch Family Guy every day? What is the programming that you surround yourself with? A lot of those things, but also addictive behavior, it has a lot of roots with disconnection. If you're disconnected with yourself, you get addicted to other things that disconnect you, from yourself and from your surroundings. So, learn to get more connected, Come back to the inside. All that will change. Walk I won't say a right path, no, I wouldn't say a righteous path, I would say a right path, something that's more in alignment with what you truly feel expansion towards. Okay, all right. Question 3. Yeah, question 3. Do you know any easy ways to get rid of karmic debts, karmic punishments? Any solution for situations when you can't have a love relationship due to a karmic punishment? Now, if you're assuming that you can't have a love relationship because of a karmic punishment, then you're already out of power. You may want to ask yourself whether this situation is because of certain things on the inside, certain belief systems, thoughts, ideas, memories, data on the inside that is pulling that experience into your reality. Because if there was nothing inside of you that was pulling that into your reality, it wouldn't be in your reality. So first ask yourself that, because that's a separate question. But in terms of karma, how do you neutralize karma? One is, don't resist it. When you resist it, it causes a lot of suffering. Second is feeling the feelings of pain, feeling the feelings of, the pain body that dissolves the pain body, which in turn dissolves a lot of the negative energy fields in the body, which changes the external reality. But the third thing is just act out of love and do more good things for other people, create more good energy fields in your body. That counteracts a lot of things. Fourth is, certain karmic debts are inevitable, so flow with it. Life teaches us. Life is not about resistance and fighting what life is giving us. Life is about learning to watch it, breathing, and being in a state of observation and stillness while it comes and goes, because everything comes and goes. There's no point in holding on to something and getting pissed off and angry and going into a trip and getting stuck. There's no point in doing that. The only thing it can teach you is how to let go and how to accept. So do good things, bring good energy into the world, be of service to other people. These things are natural. It'll take its, the karmic debris may actually get neutralized, it may actually express itself, but you won't be in suffering. That's the point of it. Hope that answered your question. Fourth question is, what and how do you use in India in general, and you in particular, to remove bad energies from your house and to purify the environment? Do you use a certain way to protect yourself and your house from these? So it's a fantastic question, I think. I know by the way that you framed the question, you want like a Hindu tradition or a Vedic tradition, solid practice to give you. But even though I was born in a Hindu family, I never, because over time, over the years, Hinduism was never a religion, by the way. It was always a way of life. There were people of many different religions that used to practice the Hindu tradition. It's only when the British came, when the imperialists came to this country, that they misunderstood what was going on and labeled it as another religion. There are, over time it became ritualistic, so I never felt very inspired to learn too much about my tradition. But the original Hindu teachings, the original scriptures, I do believe is one of the best ways to live your life, in guidance to what the original pure scriptures had written. But in order to answer your question, in India, there are thousands of things people do. All kinds of people do all kinds of things to keep positive energy in the house. Some of the things, at least based on my very limited understanding of Hinduism, is things like leaving your slippers outside, cleaning your room, getting rid of cobwebs, lighting the lamp, lighting incense, doing prayer. In Hindi, you call it puja. They pray to the land before they build the house. They pray to the vehicles, because even in ancient Indian traditions, just like in Hawaiian traditions, they believe, and many traditions, they believe that inanimate objects also have consciousness. So they actually do, offer prayers and offerings to cars and the land and ancestors and all of those things. But what I do particularly, also they, every morning, especially in South India, I don't know about North India this much, but especially in South India, you will hear every morning you will hear mantras being played. They will play a tape or a CD or a YouTube video of proper Vedic Sanskrit mantras being played. In the, you'll have houses are played, temples are played early morning from 4:35. You'll hear it. The prayers, the mantras will start. That's a very good way to bring positive energy into your room and into your house, is by having the actual enunciation of the mantras being played or sung by somebody in the house. You can use a YouTube video or whatever to bring that energy. Meditation music, high frequencies, these are good frequencies to put in your room. Also, things like what I do personally for me is I take a glass of water, and it's tap water, and I fill it up in the morning, and then before I go to sleep at night I throw it out. I fill it up again, and then I do the same thing in the morning. When I wake up, I throw it out, I fill it up. So this is this is a Ho'oponopono Hawaiian, like ancient Hawaiian technique, but it's then Feng Shui, it's then a lot of things about recycling the energy of water. I have it here somewhere, I think. Let me see. Okay, here, do you see this glass? Yes, this is my glass of water. This one right here. Okay, there are also crystals and stuff. You'll see that those are other things. You could use them for your for good energies in the house. But another common thing people do is, I won't say Indian people do this, but a lot of people do this, is they take Himalayan salt crystals, they dissolve it in water and spray the water across the room or the house. Or they just keep the Himalayan salt crystal in the room and then they throw it out after a couple of hours, because that salt crystal will neutralize the energy field. And I think the most important thing is just letting go of old stuff, old books, old clothes, old memories, old cards, greeting cards, birthday cards. Get rid of all that stuff. There's nothing righteous in holding on to old stories and stuff like that, unless you still have use for them. But most things we don't use. Then other things are like, while you're having your bath, use the water intend the water to be cleaning your energy. And finally, my house is not so much as my physical, this room or this house. My house is this body is my house. So I have to be in my house so that I keep the rest of the entities away, you know what I mean? When I'm the master of my house and I'm present in my house and I'm in my body and I'm conscious, I keep all the unwanted stuff away because the master of the house is present. So the mindfulness, meditations, all these are really good. Positive energy field, Ho'oponopono, whatever you want to use. You want to use EFT, TAT, anything that works for you. Alright, hope that answered your question. Quickly go to the last question. What about those of us who desperately hope for a quicker result? In my situation, I know I am, yet I see no results. I've been trying this for several months now. I desperately hope things will start changing. This is in reference to success and manifestation. First off, you mentioned the word desperately like 2 times in the sentence, which causes me to tell you that when you are desperate, you're in the energy field of desperate. You're not going to attract some sort of freedom from a state of desperation. If you're in a state of desperation, you will attract more things that'll put you in a state of desperation. It's just like attracts like. It's a law, alright? When you are desperate, you are in direct resistance and inacceptance of what is. When you're in inacceptance of what is all that's going to show up in your face, because what you resist persists. As simple as that. If you truly want change, learn to flow, learn to surrender, learn to accept. Acceptance is not I give up, I give in to my sickness, I give in to my pain, I give in to my abuse. No. Acceptance is I love and accept my life and my journey despite and in spite my current experience with depression, anxiety, abuse, whatever it is. It is a state of taking out the resistance from it so that it may go. When you are resisting it, you think that that's what we're supposed to do. But when you're in that energy field of resisting it, you're holding on to it. This is called resistance. This is resistance. I don't want to be here. That's this. I accept that this is my current experience. Experiences come and go, right? As simple as that. Okay. I hope that answered your question. There are more questions, but I didn't want this video to go on for too long because I really want you guys to listen and take away what you can. And if I go on for too long, and then nobody sticks through, so you want to make sure that the videos are concise and you're able to take away the best that you can. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon with new videos. And if there's any question you want to ask me and you want me to answer in my next Ask Synchro episode, just leave it down below at the hashtag Ask Synchro, or write to my Instagram or my Facebook or my email ID with the hashtag Ask Synchro, and I will answer them in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Namaste.